basement, and he's going to wall off with that barracks and get an expansion, it seems. There we go, there's the expansion going down. And I didn't catch the timing, but it seems that Tomicus went for the expansion first, didn't he, McDuff?
Yeah, Tomicus did lay down, actually, he did lay down the expansion as the first building he placed down, and then also placed down that spawning pool, then the extractor. So it wasn't like a spawning pool to expansion to extractor. So, yeah. And with that extractor finishing up, he's throwing the 3 drones on top of that and getting that gas. Going to be going for a little bit of speed here as he does finish up also his spawning pool and his hatchery, simultaneously finishing up each of those buildings.
Yeah. Are you getting background noise from me or not?
Yeah, I am hearing quite a bit. Not sure.
Yeah, sorry.
But it looks like 3 barracks will go down for Tarson. He's going for the 3 racks expand build that we see a lot of Terrans go for conventionally here. And it looks like we've got 3 Marines out already from Tarson. He's putting out the 4th Marine right now and finishing up his expansion command center, or commandtion if you want to call it that. We do have also the Zerglings going out on the Xel'Naga Watchtower. 3 of them now poking up, probably going to be moving right into Tarson's base, as I believe he has been spotted from the Overlords, and Tomicus knows where Tarson is and what's going on here. And with that being said, let's take a look at what Tomicus has got going on in his base. He's getting that metabolic speed boost now, keeping the drones on the gas production, so he will be able to keep pulling in the gas, and he could be going for some roaches or some higher tech here as we continue forward, because normally you would pull off those drones to get a boost on your minerals so that you can get out as many Zerglings as you possibly can by the time you've got speedlings. So with that being said, also we've got a spine crawler placed down in the natural expansion area for Tomicus, as Tomicus is throwing down an Evo chamber. So a little bit of interesting play here. That Evo chamber will will let available the upgrade, so he will be able to upgrade his Zerglings and his and whatever other in his range units and the armor and so on and so forth. Now it looks like Tomicus will poke down into the lower third of Tarson and try to hide those Zerglings, but these 3 Marines are out for blood as they search those Zerglings down and will take them out. We've got 6 more Zerglings on their way across the map, and it looks like Tomicus just trying to drone up and get a little bit of Zerglings out there. And here we go. We've got the Speedling research finishing up. Those Zerglings will take out those 3 Marines. These 4 Marines will try to deal with those Zerglings, and they definitely will be able to. Taking a look at the lives of these Zerglings, they are sitting in the red and in the yellow here, as we do have melee attack level 1 on the way. We've got a layer tech on the way as well, and with that layer tech being placed down, we also have the extractors that are placed down in the natural expansion, bringing the 3rd and 4th extractor into play here, and Tomicus will start to gain that gas so he can possibly do some awesome muta harassment. He is very close in the air positioning, so he will be able to send those mutas over right into the back of Tarson's base, and Tarson will have to deal with that by getting some turrets or getting those Marines back around that mineral line. We do see Tarson now just hanging out with some Marines around his natural expansion, just to thwart off the little bit of Zergling harassment that's going on. Those Zerglings are picking off SCV after SCV. We're seeing the 3rd Queen out already, and a Baneling nest going down by Tomicus. Tomicus looks like he's going for the Ling Bling Muta. We'll see exactly what he's going to be going for, as he has gotten up to tier 2 with that layer tech and is going for an expansion right outside of his base. Not trying to secure the lower third yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to take that 3rd there, because obviously if he takes 3rd on the low ground, that's going to be so vulnerable to drops at this point in the game. Quite a late impact, would you say, for Tarson at this point? Definitely wanted those very, very early tanks, and it looks like that Overlord will go down there. So 3rd probably a good choice at this point for Tomicus.
Yeah, I think it is. There hasn't been much aggression from Tarson, so Tomicus is sitting in the safe zone at the moment. But it looks like he's going for that. He's going for that infestation pit here, Fire Silver. Instead of going for anything else, he could, So we're not seeing the Spire actually go down as of yet. But here we go. A drop is going down right now. These 8 Marines, will drop out of that. Medvac and will push up the ramp, going right into Tomicus's natural expansion, going right behind behind the mineral line. There was nothing there to observe for Tomicus, so Tomicus is caught off guard. He's sending out those Zerglings, now starting to deal some damage to those Marines. He takes out a few of them, 3 of them to be exact, and there are 5 more of those Marines just hanging out inside that medvac now, being like, oh man, I can't believe we got out of there in the nick of time. Thank you for the pickup. Holy crap, I thought we were dead. But anyways, the tanks right here for Tarson do have siege tank ability, as well as Tarson having that stim pack. No combat shield as of yet. We are seeing double reactor cores on this on the 2 barracks that are out right now for Tarson. Tarson also has the tech lab on one of his other barracks because he does have the 5 barracks up, and he is getting out a dropship and is supply block currently, as well as he's trying to get out more tanks and going for his lower third right now. So we do see Tarson starting to push across the map, and a macro hatch going down from Tomicus as Tomicus is starting to build up some infestors. His infestation pit is going down with the pathogen glands, and with that pathogen glands on the way, he will have the extra energy once the infestors do pop and do come into existence, if you will. Now these Marines and tanks are moving forward. The tanks are sieging up. These Marines are splitting up as well. Half of them going one side, the other half going the other side. Fungal growth goes down on some of these Marines, taking out a couple of them. Zerglings on their way out, but siege tanks are here to deal with those Zerglings, and I'll tell you, this is turning into quite the game. Tomicus is going to lose his 3rd base right now as he sends those drones off on their merry old way, and this macro hatch, which is in crazy instincts to place down a macro hatch here to be built while there's tank fire going on. He will cancel that up. Banelings are finished here, however, and let's take a look what we got here. Do Banelings speed? Yes, Banelings do have the rolling speed. They will be able to go forward very fast, especially on the creep, but these tanks going in this positioning will cause some problems for those Banelings. Those Zerglings and Banelings and infestors move back as these Marines stim up and move in, and fungal growth going down on them. Great job not wasting any of those Banelings or taking any shots or any big hits from those siege tanks on those Banelings. Some scans going down now to reveal the creep tumors and take out those creep tumors, as well as a Marine trying to deal with these overlords. And it looks like this lower third is going to be going down right now. But Tarson doing some innovative elevator play as he sends 8 Marines up. He's going to be able to take out this Overlord. Sends 3 Marines this way to do a little bit of scouting as well to see what's going on right outside the base. These Marines actually get up the ramp, which I'm a little bit intrigued about. That is interesting to see that they were able to make it up there. If we take a look at the unit counting station so far, we see Tomicus sitting on 60 drones right now compared to the 65 SCVs for Tarson, and 8 tanks and 31 Marines for Tarson as well. Tomicus is going to need to do something very fast. He's going to need to do something to take out this, aggression. I mean, this is looking very bad. As he is being contained here, he is able to get up his 3rd and is throwing fungal growth down on the Marines that do come in and has taken out quite a bit. But look at this right here, guys. We've got a ninja expansion at the very southern tip of the map, trying to bring Tomicus to the next level. We see him at the hive tech going for those early Ultralisks. Holy crap! There's an Ultralisk cavern that just got finished up. He's been biding his time to get out Ultras, guys. That's right, the Ultralisks are on the way. 2 of them on the way right now as this expansion has finished up at the bottom, and Tomicus has just now realized it is done. He's sending those drones there. There's a Marine on the way into Tomicus's bottom expansion that could ward off that position, and that could be very bad for Tomicus as he may lose all of his drones right here after this Marine comes up and goes, holy crap, there's creep. Oh god, ninja expansion, get down here, I need some backup. As that Marine starts to take out those forces there, we see more and more Ultralisks on their way out from Tomicus, as well as Tomicus upgraded +2 on the melee, or on the melee attack anyway. Holy crap. Look at all of these barracks from Tarson going down right now. Welcome back.
Look at all those tanks, man.
Yes, that too.
That is scary. And he's actually going to drop a lot of Marines to take care of that expansion. And they're just going to run down, stimmed. And, they're going to say, okay, fine, you need an expansion? You can't get it.
And he goes in with those Marines. He is taking out all of the... He actually takes out all of those spine crawlers that were on the way, and it looks like Tomicus is going to lose that lower expansion, as I said just a few minutes ago. And Tomicus now sending out a bunch of Banelings, Ultralists, Infestors, and Zerglings out in the front of his base, going for his fourth base right outside of his main. Let's take a look at what Tarson's doing. I've been keeping my eye on Zerg for some reason, mainly because he's been contained for so long.
Yeah. Well, we've got Tarson expanding at the bottom right, and that's kind of funny because he doesn't need to hide it, but apparently he's just going to do it. And there are only 2 upgrades on the attack for the Broodlords, for the Ultras, but none for the armor. So this is not looking good for Tomicus actually right now.
And yeah, you know what? It kind of hasn't been looking good for him for quite a bit. I mean, he's lost a lot. Let's take a look at that lost counter.
Drops incoming. Sorry, I don't want to.
It's no problem. The lost counter, we see that he's 3,000 and 3,000 and like 300 behind Tarson right now. Adrenal glands, cracklings are on the way right now as these lings come up to try to deal with this force that is dropping from Tarson. Tarson's going to take out this spawning pool before the cracklings gets out. Holy crap! He takes it out. The crackling research was 2 seconds from finishing, and that is taken out. He has refunded that money, but you know what? He does not see that crackling upgrade. That is unfortunate for Tomicus. He's going to need to get out another spawning pool and get out that upgrade once again. He does have these Zerglings out now, and more Ultras on the way. Level 3 attack upgrade going down for the melee as well.
Another thing happened. Tarson actually sacked several SCVs onto Tomicus's front because he realized he has more than 70 SCVs, which he didn't need. He now has 70 SCVs, so he must have had a lot of SCVs. And I think he's transferring SCVs, but that is gonna be caught by Tomicus, so he's gonna move some Zerglings and Banelings.
Yes, that's chasing down those SCVs, as well as Tarson starting to siege up out in front of his base. And look at this planetary fortress is finishing up. It will be finished by the time these Zerglings start to take out the first SCV, and those Zerglings are going to have to GTFO because there's no way they're going to be able to deal with that planetary fortress, just as a command center is being laid down as the 5th base coming down from Tarson.
Yeah, but you know what? Their cousins are gonna take care of him. They're called Banelings. However, we have a huge push incoming. Look at all of those tanks being sieged up
that's
there.
Right. And those tanks are upgraded +1 on their attack. These Marines are +2 on their attack. +3 is on the way. Those Ultralists are just getting owned in the face. And a little bit of fail micro going down, but we do have some fungal growth. The heal bus is here, and the heal bus is strong with Tarson, keeping those Marines alive even through the worst fungal growth scenario. And oh man, Tomicus is in dire straits right now as he is starting to lose all of his units. He lost all of his infestors and everything in that little scuff.
Yeah, and that Baneling dust didn't work at the bottom. Sorry for interrupting again.
No problem, man. No problem.
Just a lot's happening in this game. I can't help but interrupt, you know? Trying not to, but...
Well, you know, Tomicus is just starting to try to rebuild. He's got 6 more Ultras on the way, and look at how many freaking minerals Tomicus has amassed already. Oh, noes! Here comes a bunch of tanks. This is not good for Tomicus right now. That is a lot of freaking tanks in the front of his in the front of his natural expansion, doing some heavy damage. These Ultralists don't even stand a chance. They get nuked right as they get out of that bug hole, and there it is. The GG is called. Tarson takes the win. We got another Terran victory. Let's go ahead and skip that win video and get into the next game here.
Wow, that was an amazing game. I wish I had been able to... I was able to cast the whole thing.
Well, it was pretty good. Tarson played very well, but I think that, you know, to be honest, I think that Tomicus could have played a little bit better.
Oh, just got an invite.
Yes, yes we did. Empire Hobot against SDA. It's a ZVT on Terminus Re. And we've got some sadistic bringing us into this. Thanks, guys, for joining us here at IMBAtv, where everything is IMBA, and we start to pump up the action and pump up the volume. And let's get it going.